Podcast number 2. What's up, Coast Rangers? I hope you guys enjoyed the first podcast and you guys are enjoying this format that we're getting it out to you guys with in this audio version. So let's get right into it. We're going to kind of do a quick recap on our awesome October and how it went. And then we'll dive into what November looks like. We're going to have actually some guests on this one. We're going to have Brittany talking about some awesome gymnastics stuff that we're going to be doing in November. We're going to have Junior here talking about some Movember things that we're doing for men's health and cancer awareness. And then we're also going to have Greg, our weightlifting coach, on talking about a cool thing that CrossFit is doing in the weightlifting community. So let's go over a quick recap really fast. October, we had our Barbells for Boobs event was actually today. So I'm doing this in our gym. Right after the event was over, we cleaned things up, and we're doing the podcast right now. So all in all, we had a ton of people show up. More importantly, we had a lot of people show up that I had never seen before throwing down. So thank you guys so much for taking that challenge to heart and bringing somebody that you guys knew hadn't done CrossFit before and showing them what an amazing community we have and the awesome things that CrossFit does for this world. So thank you guys for that. All in all, we were actually able to raise a total of $1,414 that are going to be going towards the early detection of breast cancer for women. So anybody under the age of 40 is going to have the chance now to go get a mammogram because of your guys' efforts and your guys' donations. So thank you guys so much for that and for taking this seriously. Really appreciate that. So moving forward, the rest of October, tomorrow, what's tomorrow, Britt? 25th?
Yeah, tomorrow's the 25th.
25th. So October 25th, we've got the weightlifting competition that we have quite a few people doing. So if you guys don't have anything to do on this beautiful Sunday, please head on up there and support them. It's going to be, we've got Renee, our buddy from Belize is going to be competing, Nick Bonfiglio, we got Carrie Ann, Ivo, Chris, Brittany, and myself. Just to give you an idea of when everybody's lifting, we've got Renee, Nick, and Carrie Ann going at 9:30 in the morning. We've got Ivo, Chris, and myself are going to be lifting at 12:30, and we've got Brittany rounding us off at 4 p.m. The weightlifting meet is going to be at CrossFit Potrero Hill in San Francisco. So come on out, you guys, if you have a chance, and show some support. Hopefully, I was just thinking about this, I can get this podcast out today. I don't think that's even going to happen. So
I didn't think so either. I was saying that.
Yeah. So if you're hearing this and you're like, well, it's actually November, it doesn't make any sense, then sorry about that. But please, if you did come out, let's do that.
Yeah.
If you did come out, thanks for coming out. We appreciated it. Rounding out the rest of October, we've got the Fall Brawl. Chris Robertson's gym up in Fremont, CrossFit One World, is holding their annual fall ball competition. And we have a lot of teams going up there. We've got Team Whitney and Jenny. We've got Javi and Andy are competing together. Rami and Scott Middleman. Nick and Scott as well, our resident sheriff. John and Junior, the Bobadilla brothers, are going to be competing together. Katrina and Carrie Ann are going to be competing together on a team. Jess and Brittany. And then we have Renee, who's going to be competing as well, but he doesn't have a partner yet. So hopefully we could get him a partner within the next couple of days and have him throw down too as well. So a ton of people going up for that. Just to let you guys know too, on October 31st, when Fall Brawl is, we will be closed after the 9 a.m. class. So it's just going to be the 9 a.m. class, no open gym, and we're going to haul ass up there. Again, if you guys are hearing this in November, I hope you got the memo and know that we're closed after the 9 a.m. class. We'll let everybody know the next week, so it should be good. But yeah, so moving forward, you guys, to November, some awesome things going on. So September was our pediatric cancer awareness, and we did that through Libby Kranz's nonprofit organization. We raised a ton of money from that. We always do every single year. And more importantly than raising money, we raised a ton of awareness. So that was September. October, we had Barbells for Boobs, so raising funds for early detection of breast cancer. And now November, it's time for the guys. We're going to be raising some awareness by growing some creepy mustaches for men's overall health. So I know that when we first started doing Movember a few years back, it was originally for prostate cancer for men. but it is now turned into overall men's health. So what that really means is that we're looking at men's prostate cancer, testicular cancer, mental health, and then overall just awareness of men moving more. So trying to get obesity levels down, things like that. So we'll have Junior on later in the podcast to talk more about that and the details. We're also going to have some cool prizes for some of the mustaches that we get seen during the month of November. Ladies, if your man is growing a mustache, please hang in there. I know it's going to be gross. I know it's going to be creepy, but it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
And it asks, the real reason why we're doing it is it gets people to ask the question, why the hell do you have that thing on your face? And then we get to talk to people about, hey, it's Movember. This November we're talking about prostate cancer, etc. So it just gives us a reason to talk about it. It makes people want to know why. So that's coming up. Junior will be on later to talk about that. We have CrossFit Liftoff coming November 5th. 6th and 7th. So CrossFit headquarters decided that they wanted to put on a weightlifting competition. It's going to be online format. And the cool thing about it is this going to be the first time that CrossFit has ever done weight categories. So you're going to have a certain weight class that you are in. And even cooler, it's not just going to involve the clean and jerk and the snatch for your score, but it's going to involve a CrossFit workout in the score as well. So you don't just have to be an overall stud weightlifter. You also have to be a pretty good CrossFitter for this one as well. So we've got some pretty cool things we're going to do with this, and I'll have Greg on later to really discuss the weightlifting side of this. But what we're going to do is that November 5th, CrossFit is releasing the CrossFit workout that we're going to be doing for this Liftoff event. On November 6th, we're bringing back at Coast Range the Friday Night Lights. It was a huge success when we did it, and we're going to bring it back for this one event. Again, it's going to be a $5 buy-in for anybody that wants to come in. The cash prizes will go to the first place winners in each category. They have a teens division, a scaled division, an RX division, and a masters division. So we'll have all those workouts ready to go, but we're going to bring it back for the Friday Night Lights at 6 p.m. On November 7th, that Saturday, we are going to hold the snatch and the cleaner jerk portion of the CrossFit Liftoff event. Greg will be talking more about that later, and we'll get that info out to you guys soon. But what we need you guys to do, if you want to win some awesome prizes from CrossFit headquarters, we need you guys to go to the Games website. That's games.crossfit.com, and you'll see a link on the right-hand side of their page to register for the CrossFit Liftoff. It's a $10 register if you want to be included for the prizes. I think first place in every category gets like a Rogue bearing bar, a full set of competition bumper plates, and a cash prize, and also they get a weightlifting belt that's personalized for them. So I'm assuming that means your name's on it or something like that, which is pretty cool. Tons of other prizes for tons of other categories as well. But again, I'll have Greg talk more about that stuff when it comes time. We will have a sign-up sheet at the gym on the whiteboard that we need you guys if you want to compete in either the weightlifting event on Saturday or just the CrossFit event. You don't have to compete in both. It's totally up to you guys to do either one. But we want to start getting some numbers and understanding how many people we're going to have and how many different divisions so we can start figuring out logistics for this stuff too. So when you guys come in to the gym, go and throw your guys' name down on that sign-up sheet, and we'll start doing all the details and logistics. So those are the first two things we got coming in November. We've got Movember. We'll have Junior on talking about that later. And then we have the CrossFit Liftoff. And we also have something that I'm super excited about that we're going to be doing starting in November. And this is going to be a project that's not just going to be November, but it's probably going to be a 3 to 6 month project that myself and the other coaches are working on with our head gymnastics coach, Brittany. And that's going to be that we are going to start to give you guys the skills necessary to get pull-ups, chest-to-bar pull-ups, butterfly pull-ups, butterfly chest-to-bar pull-ups, handstands, handstand walking, handstand push-ups, ring dips, bar muscle-ups, ring muscle-ups, up-rises. What else can we do, Brittany?
It all.
It all. So we're going to start diving into that now. That's why we got Brittany on. We're going to give the full details of what we're doing, why we're trying to do this, and we've been getting a lot of feedback from you guys over the last couple of years of, hey, when are we going to get time to practice these movements and get better at these skills, etc. And now is the time. So this stuff is all going to begin starting in November. And we've got Brittany here with us to kind of discuss a little bit more on what for you guys to be expecting in these movements, the overall kind of skeleton of this thing, also how this will transfer over into not just gymnastics, but your weightlifting as well. And then we'll talk about the full details of week number 1. So Brittany, welcome on to the Movember podcast. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited about this all. I've been here for a little while now, and I think it's true. It's time to get people to start doing their pull-ups, and I know people want a handstand walk, and they want those muscle-ups. And with the Open coming around in a couple months, I feel like this is a perfect time to go ahead and start implementing some sort of program. So I'm really excited to get started on this, and I know it's going to start a little small with some basic stuff, but that's all that gymnastics is. The girls that I have spend so much time on basics and body shaping, and it's not until they're really 10 years old to where they start doing the actual flips and everything like that. So, but I'm excited, and I'm ready to get you guys all the gymnasty moves that you guys want to do, and I'm here to help you guys with that. So I'm pumped.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So just to give you guys also too a little bit of background on Brittany. Brittany, how long have you been doing gymnastics for?
Oh my gosh.
When did you first start doing gymnastics?
I started when I was 4, and I did it club gymnastics in Salinas, and I did it till throughout college, and then I got the amazing opportunity to compete for Seattle Pacific in Seattle, and I did that for 4 years. And after I was done with college, I was done. I was burnt out because I had been doing it for 19 years.
Yeah.
And it was all that I did. If you ask anyone of the guys, I literally cannot do anything else other than gymnastics. I can't throw a ball or anything like that.
Yeah. We saw you trying to play spike ball the other day. It was pretty hard.
Yeah. So, but I did it for 19 years and 5 days a week, 4 hours. And then after I was done, I was I still want to kind of stay in shape. So I went to the Globo gym, and I was what the heck am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I need someone to help me out. And I had been, looking at CrossFit stuff, and I saw what was it? It was Andrea Ager, and I was dude, that girl is badass. I want to be like her,
Yeah, me too.
She is so strong, and she's beautiful, and she's just getting after it. I want to do that. And so that's kind of how I found CrossFit, and immediately I went in, and I was dude, I want to do this, and I can already do handstands, so I think I'm going to be pretty good.
Yeah, you definitely, anytime a gymnast comes into the CrossFit world, they just destroy everybody else immediately right off the bat. And it's because you guys had such a background in learning these simple shapes and learning these basic things that we're going to be teaching our members coming up pretty soon, correct?
Oh yeah, completely. I feel like I have been able to progress so quickly in CrossFit, more than the average person, because I do have this background of doing gymnastics, and gymnastics most of all made me understand my body, and I feel when I am giving corrections, it's easier for me to be okay, you're right, I can feel myself pulling too soon, or I can feel how I'm rocking back on my heels on something, and I understand my body more. And so I think that's been probably the thing that gymnastics has helped me with the most here in CrossFit, but it definitely did give me that body strength that I think you need for CrossFit. So I'm hoping to, be able to bring that to you guys and help you guys out with that as well, with all this stuff.
Yeah, I know that Megan and I and all the other coaches are really excited. Brittany ran us through a little bit of an idea of kind of what the first week is going to look like, and put us through some of the shapes that we need to hold, and what is hollow body, what is arch, what is, all these other things, and then a couple warm-ups that we might be doing, and holy crap, we were dying, and and it was only holding it for 2 seconds or whatever, which tells us exactly what we are deficient in and exactly why we need to work on these things so much. And so I don't know if you guys caught that, but Brittany was a collegiate gymnast, right? So she was almost a professional gymnast. She was right there, you know what I mean? But if there's anybody to listen to, or anybody that Coast Range is lucky enough to have, building this framework on all these movements that we do in order to get you guys pull-ups and chest bar pull-ups and all this fun stuff that you guys want to be able to do for the Open or just in classes, this is the chick to get it for you. So,
thanks,
Britt, let's kind of go over the